Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. I thought it never crossed my mind. Well, crossed mine and I kind of figured it out. I also think Mondo knows.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room, and the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
I wonder if he's thinking about a loophole in the rules or something.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
You. Wear flip-flops, huh?
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Byakuya didn't do it. But who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real Mercy, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright, what do we got? Celeste's account. Okay, Celeste's account was the whole, like,
Isn't there a
storage room.
single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Celeste's account gets new info.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Oh, an eyewitness. Alright.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
We're not looking for a clue.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah.
Well,
Now is any kind of new info.
Shoot!
ow. Wait, then what's the whole
Isn't
thing?
there a single clue that might lead
I
us
don't
to
know.
who did it?
Nope, not it. Sorry, I'm a little lost right now. Hang on.
Isn't there a single clue? Well,
Did nobody get
I'm sure if someone saw the...
perhaps someone saw the victim at... Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the killer?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
I only tried every one.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
whatever? Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And I didn't get time to go to the trash place.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm in kind of a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Mondo.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
What?
Are you sure about that?
I'm not.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
It was bleh. Does Chihiro's jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Yeah, I'm a little lost in the connection myself. Celeste's account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
How did you know it was
I
blue?
got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did we say it was blue?
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring
I
out
don't
who the
think
culprit
we said
is?
it was blue.
No way. Not a chance.
Mondo.
You heard him, right? What he just said?
Yeah, I heard him. Yeah. I got it.
First of all, he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the...
I got it! It matched the one that's...
So, what the killer was...
No, that's wrong.
No one said it was blue.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
Yeah, what'd you say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he was off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color.
That's right.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Dun dun dun.
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
It's like the most normal sentence you've ever spoken. You're like, hey, Celeste. You know, it's like, hey, girl over there. You actually sounded normal.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then,
Hi, Special.
Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
They were destroyed.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. Why? So it was Mondo. We pretty much are at that point, but why did Jerkface try so hard to make this case so difficult? And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
It's a good song.
Perhaps.
Oh, it's
But
my
you
own
handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Mondo's on the other side of you. He's over there. Just not across from you. Just giving you a heads up.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. Did he say something? The way he's acting, he's very, very quiet for this entire thing.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Oh. Yeah, I did hear that. I think I even, mentioned it or pointed it out in my own head. But I mean, okay.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh yeah, you did say you knew something.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Then it must belong to Chihiro's.
I
'Cause
got
we're
it!
missing Chihiro's.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But they're not supposed to be at the break.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hacking it? No.
Shoot!
Yeah, that's fine. By hitting its weak point?
I got it!
But you said...
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You did?
Yeah! You remember that?
Don't remember.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Like a sauna.
I flippin' knew it!
Because Mondo didn't take his clothes off.
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Or, you know, Mondo's like, hey, my handbook's broken, and found out Chihiro was the guy and said, you know what? I need a handbook, and took that one.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Yep.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mondo! So I gotta choose someone? I know who it is. Select someone. Not you. Naked boy, not you. Nope. Nope. Hi.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. We did? Sure. Broken Havoc chair, here's a card reader.
Let's
Is it
test
Chihiro's?
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
What will show that the handbook model had nothing it should be? It's Chihiro's
Let's
handbook.
test Makoto's assertion.
It is
What he
Chihiro's.
says, you broke your
Own handbook.
In other words,
If Mondo's had, then that proves that.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
I failed.
Shoot!
So,
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
in other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn
I don't know
handbook
if-
works just fine.
does it actually work?
See? Look!
What do you say?
Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the Sauna Showdown. If I could just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo section might be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If what he
So-
says, you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
If Mondo's, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn
handbook works.
No, that's wrong.
That's really it. Okay.
Mondo,
I like-
the handbook you have right now. Is it really yours?
I like some of the ways those come up, like the bullets to what they're saying. Some of them work really well, but then some of them, like, really? That's how you wrote it out? But okay. I don't know. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. But, you know, that's just how life is.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Dun dun dun.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
He's got Leon's.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Right.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
so then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Hina, where have you been? We already discussed that in this case.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't explained.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But
What are you
no
spitting for?
worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Or just Mondo, open up your book, yo!
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh, okay. I like Slush just hanging out, chilling. I have 20 minutes to do this. Okay, so Chihiro go, ah, you found me. And back, go hold it. Back in the back, go there. Okay, so then they're there, they're there. So he knew Chihiro got hit by a bell thingy. Okay, so they go to the room. Chihiro scans card. Oh, wait. Chihiro scans card. Chihiro walks to the boys' door, scans the card, gets in. They say, what up? And then... where's that one? What's that one? I don't know what that one is. Pool? That's a red herring. Okay. Card. I'm gonna say they start working out. Or, yeah. He grabs it. Takes the thingamajigger. Smacks him over the head with it. Well, where does... okay, they roll up the rug. There. Blood, that's there. Wait, blood splatter onto poster? Blood splatter, blood splatter. Hits the poster. Roll up rug. Roll up poster. Grab Chihiro. I wish I could, like, look at these. You know? Is there... yeah. Is there a button? Aim. Pick up, put down, open book, reenact, select truth bullet, open help me. Nope, I can't look at what those say. This one's a little confusing here. How did he get into the girls' locker room to put her down? I mean, I'm seeing... picks her up. Well, he wouldn't go use one of the other ones. What's this one? What is that? Is that like you opening the door? And then you go... no. Because it's boom, boom, pick up. And then if you're going in, that means you go to the girls' locker room, use a thing, scan, boom. You change out the rugs, but the rug's not here. Well, you got the... you have the body, right? The body, that it wouldn't be... okay, frustration, sees poster, change poster. That's where you switch all the rooms. Jerkface comes in, sees that, gets messed up in the head, comes in with a rope, sees body, hangs up body. Writes bloodlust. Where is that? Right here. Takes this. Writes bloodlust. Goes away? Oh wait, did he plant the body? Did he plant the... he may have planted the dumbbell. He's coming in with the thing, you can see that, but I don't know if he planted the dumbbell. Pretty sure this one's just straight up like... open door. No, closed door. This one is... thing in hand. Chuck it in. Closed door. So this one over here has got to be the poster. Because he would have to do the poster first, which is, I think that's poster and rug. He would have to do that first, but I don't know if that one comes into play. Rolls up the rug, takes the poster, goes to the girls' room, gets in, puts up the poster, puts her down, frustrated, whatever. Rooms are swapped. He comes in, does all this crap. I think I got that all right. This, I think I got right. I think we're good. Let's
Here's
see
exactly what happened.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? See what happens.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay, correct.
That something was a blue tracksuit.
We kind
You
of had
can
that.
confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
What? Is it that one and then the door? Oh wait, is that okay? Boys, yeah. Boom, goes in. So yeah, okay, maybe that's
The killer is you! With bag in hand, she made her way to, but how could the victim?
No, I had those flipped. I hate that.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Let's go.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Thud.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster,
yeah!
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course.
But there's two of them available.
This alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yeah!
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
What? Oh, is it that? And then, because it looks like one's fallen, this is the one that fell? Because, I mean, the dumbbell and the pool and that. I mean, maybe that. May not be that, maybe that, but he is opening it up.
The killer is you!
No, come on! I'm dead. Oh no, now it's time to reveal who's a black and foo 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 foo. Wait, I actually failed. If you could see what those say instead of a stupid little picture, it would appear the one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the black and too bad. Looks like they really kids great. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
What do you say? Want to give it another shot? Yes?
I refuse to give up yet!
Where are we? Don't make me do that all over again. You suck. Okay, so goes in, blah 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 blah, throws the thing, blah, 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 goes in here, goes it does the thing with the thing, and that one goes there, this one goes here, sees that, blah 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 blah, picks up dumbbell, becomes jerk face, kills the blood go split. Then body thing, roll up, that, put down, then put up. No, this one go. What are you doing there? No, you don't go there. Blood goes splat. Then you hang up poster. The guy said you hang up poster. No. No, you don't do that. You go to his locker room, rearrange room. Like if that said rearranges room or, swaps, decorations, whatever, that make things so much freaking more simple. Okay, Jerkface has got that. He does things. He then writes, because he thinks he's smart. This one though. Is it that? Walks to there? But that's not the sauna. Where is that the sauna? That is a sauna. I didn't recognize that at first. That's a sauna. Goes in, throws things in. This go kerplat.
Here's exactly what happened. First,
we're gonna go a little faster here. Get to where we were.
That. With she would switch. It's
splat. Alright. Roll up, did that one right. Yep. Goes over there, goes to the girl locker room. Very, very easy to get into. We got it. Use the thing. Bleep, bloop, blop, bloop, bop.
And
he's in there. Yep, he comes in. Alright. Does that.
Then keep.
Alright, here we go. Hey!
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna, And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bolt. Oh yeah, I forgot we have like a whole other thing, don't we? Fever time in Naga time? During bullet time, if you press the right bumper, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Oh, that's great. So you can push a button however you want to destroy your opponent's verbal assaults. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of the time. Of course, we figure if only you got to activate special time, right? Called Naga time. That your opponent can use. If your opponent activates the time, bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in the rhythm. I hate this rhythm. Oh, I remember it now. Oh, this was annoying. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, blah, 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 blah. So A-Y, 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 right? I think. Can I real quickly?
Show me some evidence.
Hush. Lock on, attack. Lock on, attack, reload. Lock on, attack. Select truth bullet.
You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
I'm getting it now.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Suck it, dude.
Show me some evidence.
I actually know how to do that now.
Show me some evidence.
Hi-ya!
This should prove it.
I hope there's only one truth. Okay, I did it. I just thought I was like, wait, select truth bullet
so
there.
far is right.
Wasn't paying attention. All right, I got that now.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
You piece of garbage. Nah, I didn't do very well. Just stop giving me those A's. I don't deserve the A's. Nah, I don't deserve the A's. No. I did pretty poorly that time. No. I mean, that's a B at best. That's not an A. I did terrible. 78 medals! Never mind, I'll take the A. Never mind what I just said.
Bro, what are you saying?
Ooh, how are you gonna change after this? You just became really close to someone, and now they're about to die.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Easy now, there's women present.
Who will you elect as the blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Do we all have to be unanimous in this? I can't remember. Or is it majority?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't have to vote. No, I don't have to vote. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. He's guilty.
What?
Oh, This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so the Blacking that killed Chihiro Fudusaki was Mondo Owada. Listen, you're all talking for a very long time during that case. I was liking it.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Taka chose the wrong answer. Oh no. Oh, does he die too? You're treading very closely to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button and fast forward the text. If you're going to talk, I'll hear it. Well, I guess I'll do it anyway. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on a fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, no one will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex he had already taken deep root inside of him, and it was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at school, he had no choice but accept this fact. After all, this is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Like a Monokuma called himself hateful. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the arm would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than they ever did before. I don't know, this group seems kind of understanding. I think we're good. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
also, I don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later? After I try my best to become stronger, then I could tell everyone. Stop. I'm moving. Unknowingly, he used the retreat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my
I
chance.
want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be a good idea to ask someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then he asked them to help from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promise were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he could fight it in Mondo, his honor would make him keep his secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give me some courage. So he went to ask Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did he... What? Stop. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Was that to cover up what he did?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because...
If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then, Mondo did all that to keep his promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because he needs out. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge another by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory. That secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did. Did he kill his brother? Knew it! He talked about his brother so highly, I knew something was wrong. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble, but the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him, and it was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up, and it was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the stray-eyed kid brother. Sorry-eyed. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gotta take over for Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hand. Mondo just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna come on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during that race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for victory, dashed onto oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Well, that's not really killing his brother. He wanted to prove himself to the gang by racing him. And his brother sacrificed himself to save him. That's not a murder. Laying in his kid's brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I messed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya would never blame him for what happened. Hey, kid, rest up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep this gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together, he kept the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that his own weakness had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation of what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. Wow. That's pretty low. I'm strong.
Yeah.
Strong. And yet, as soon as our game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt he'd been carrying around it would have been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo, after I saw that Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before.
I just...
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone would find out, you would... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing a lie I had been living myself. I had to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. I can't hurt you, right? It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret.
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I had never had, so I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong! Are you messing with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did I have to tell my secret? Why did you have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side from anyone. It was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. Man. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, from my memory. For that, he killed another human being in cold blood. He could have cut free his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You jerk. Just shut up, you son of a jerk. Go ahead. Say that again. How dare you?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say. But, unfortunately, I can't do that right now because it's time for punishment. Punishing?
Can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
Shush. That's what I promised you, right? The blackie that disturbed the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
From Mondo Hawada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. Oh, I should disappear for this. Whoosh. Okay. The Cage of Death. Oh. So you electrocuted him to death. You vaporized him. You turned him into butter. What? What? Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. You turned him into butter. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Are you gonna attack? Astaka's screams, sad screams invaded our skull. We were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. Really, dude? What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game? Byakuya!
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you, but I don't have a response, except
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Then because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignore the nighttime rule too? He has been. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What?
And you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He had the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning? Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would have lightened things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack Motoko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But dang, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would reveal the truth before we reach that point. Of course, Bianca turned to look me in the eye. I'd punch you in the face. Don't look at me! Feel the sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable student, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. I don't like you.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for, or just, kill. But what?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask you, Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next. You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are made to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? Me? Mean?
What the heck?
Me.
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to a level of childish crime like you. Let me say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
So cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. Swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter pealed across the courtroom, and the curtain closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy, and hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our efforts, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Ooh, what is this?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's only one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Curious. So he planted a student. Yep, that's a liquid on the screen. Huh. And he's gonna bring someone in? That's a great thing to have. Achievement! 2 of a kind. Finish chapter 2. Okay. We only failed once. No. No. That is where we're ending. I gotta end. It's just way too long. I gotta split this. I thought this class trial wasn't gonna take 2 hours. Thought it was gonna take maybe an hour and 20 or something like that, but it took 2. So I'll have to split this video into 2 episodes, which you've already have seen. But alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. I hope you come and hang out with me again for the next one. But until then, take it away, outro me. Thank you so much for watching that video, and if you liked it, make sure you give that video a like, and also comment down below, and while you're here, subscribe for more amazing content. And go check out another one of the gaming videos over on this side, and then you can click up there, right up there, boop boop, and you can subscribe, or head over to my hobbies channel over here, where you can watch me paint Optimus Prime, you know, the Transformer, more than meets the eye, over there, and also subscribe by clicking up there. And until next time, I'm ApexReaper. Y'all stay positive. Thanks for watching.